Hi friends, today's topic of discussion is hemolytic jaundice. This is an easy topic, so directly into the topic. As the name itself indicates, the jaundice that occurs due to the hemolysis is known as the hemolytic jaundice. So what is the cause? Hemolysis means destruction of the RBC. So destruction of RBC and its precursors in the marrow. Precursors in the marrow result in the hemolytic jaundice. This ultimately leads to the production of the bilirubin. So that increased bilirubin is the major problem, but it is a very mild condition. That is, jaundice due to the hemolysis is very mild. It is not that much severe because our liver, that is the healthy liver, can hold 6 times the normal concentration of the bilirubin. But in the case of a newborn baby, this mechanism won't happen because their hepatic enzyme system is not that much developed. The hepatic enzyme system is not completely developed, so that hemolytic jaundice is severe in the case of a newborn baby. Okay, again the destruction of RBC. This result in the formation of, we know the hemoglobin is present in the RBC, so the hemoglobin is breakdown into heme and globin. Globin, being a protein, will enter into the amino acid pool. And then what happens to the heme? Heme get first converted into biliverdin. Okay, and the enzyme causing this is heme oxygenase. The biliverdin then gets converted into bilirubin by the enzyme called biliverdin reductase. Okay, and this bilirubin is called unconjugated bilirubin. It combines with albumin and forms the bilirubin albumin complex. Now it is transported into the liver. Okay, it reached the liver. In the liver we are having one enzyme, that is glucuronosyl transferase. Glucuronosyl transferase. Okay, what this enzyme is doing is it will convert this unconjugated bilirubin into conjugated bilirubin. That is bilirubin diglucuronide. Bilirubin diglucuronide is called a conjugated bilirubin. Okay, now this conjugated bilirubin, following the enterohepatic circulation through the bile, it reaches the intestine. Now it reached the intestine. In the intestine we are having bacteria. So following the bacterial reduction, this bilirubin get converted into urobilinogen, then stercobilinogen and stercobilin. Urobilinogen, some amount is absorbed from the intestine and is excreted through the urine as urinary urobilinogen, and stercobilin and stercobilinogen excreted through stool. And in the specialty of hemolytic jaundice is that we mentioned about the albumin bilirubin complex. So this is a very large complex, so it cannot be excreted through the kidney, it cannot be excreted. So this bilirubin will be absent in the urine, hence it is also called a echoliuric jaundice. Since the bilirubin is absent in the urine, it is also called echoliuric jaundice. Okay, now the difference for the urine is that the urine may become more brown in color. The urine becomes brown in color due to the presence of urinary urobilinogen, and the stool becomes more dark due to the presence of the fecal stercobilinogen. Okay, and when we check the plasma level of the bilirubin is still less than 6 milligram percentage, and also this is plasma bilirubin is less than 6 milligram percentage, and also the liver function tests are normal. Liver function tests are normal. That's the specialty of the hemolytic jaundice, and that's all about hemolytic jaundice. I hope you all understood. Thank you.